But a lot of people are looking at yet another incident like this, Commissioner, and saying, well, I'm going to arm myself. I don't want this to happen to me. And far from intimidating gun ownership, it encourages it.
So I'm sure all of you have seen by now that yesterday there was yet another elementary school shooting in Tennessee committed by 28-year-old Audrey Hale. Unfortunately, 6 people were killed. 3 children, Evelyn Dykehouse, Haley Scruggs, and William Kinney, who were all 9 years old. And 3 adults, Cynthia Peak, 61, Catherine Kunze, 60, and Mike Hill, 61. All of them were killed in that shooting. Not much more information has been released on Audrey Hale yet, other than what school she attended. But this is just yet another instance where, next thing you know, there's another deadly shooting, whether it be in a school or a church or a supermarket. These kinds of things happen in America so often that it's just become normal. It's actually becoming rather easy to ignore, not because people don't care, but because it happens so much that it's just a part of everyday American life, which is absolutely unacceptable. And unfortunately, our lawmakers are doing little to nothing to actually change this. Now, we all know as well that the Republican Party is the most reluctant to do anything about gun violence whatsoever in this country. Typically, they bring up mental health issues and that we need to do something about that. And there is some validity there. People who commit these heinous crimes certainly are not well. However, they never really take steps to do anything about it. We got a baby gun bill passed in this last legislative session that basically did absolutely nothing. And since that got through, it'll be even harder to pass more significant legislation. But Fox News, they had a guest on, and he mentioned that defund the police is one of the biggest reasons why this stuff is happening, because it's destroying the morale and the effectiveness and the ability of police departments to do their jobs.
And we can't disregard the defund police issue and the demonization of law enforcement, which changes how police. We have to go back to assertive policing. You remember, Neil, we had the safest large city in America because we took all the guns off the street. We used stop, question, and frisk, and we made sure that criminals knew that if they carried a weapon, they were going to be found and they were going to go to jail. And we could do the same thing again, but it's not going to happen in this permissive attitude that we have right now in this country.
But again, like, you can't have police at every school necessarily. So that in and of itself, even if we beefed up the police budgets, which we do, which Joe Biden has called to do many times. So again, defunding the police isn't happening. That's not actually happening. Fox News, Republicans, they have absolutely no interest in doing anything about this whatsoever. It's really sad to think that, when I was a kid, we would do fire drills, tornado drills, earthquake drills, stuff like that when we were in elementary school. But now it's quite normal for children to prepare for stuff like this, to do shooting drills. What am I going to do if a school shooter comes up in my classroom? This is stuff that not just children, but parents all over the United States have to worry about. It's frightening, it's terrifying, and it's an experience that absolutely nobody should have to go through. Some crazy person running up in a school, killing a bunch of kids because they're desperately trying to escape their own mediocre existence, and this is their final hurrah. This is how I'm going to gain infamy. I'm going to go kill a bunch of kids, and then people will be talking about me forever. Keeping weapons out of these losers' hands. These people are losers, low-life, scumbag, disgusting waste of space, waste of oxygen. That's who these people are. And we're allowing them to just get weapons. And that may have been a bit harsh, but so what? They're running up and they're taking the lives of kids. They don't deserve sympathy, at least not in my opinion.